Hi guys, welcome back. Maya from Simply Bloom. So today I'm working on a flower bed, putting a new bed. Now this side of the house is a disaster. Oh my goodness, it's so bad. You can kind of see behind me. Let me show you. This is what we are dealing with. It's so bad. I have some boxes. I'll explain that in a minute. So you can kind of see that flower bed there where I have my luminary ultraviolet phlox. So I'm just going to continue the flower bed and then wrap it behind. That's a hitching post for horses. So it's going to like come out here, kind of go in just behind the hitching post, and then I'm going to have a clematis going up. It's going to be beautiful. The sumac. Sumacs are so beautiful. This one is the invasive variety. Can't get rid of it. My husband said he's cut this down like 20 times and it keeps growing back, which I don't mind because I actually really like the structure that it has. But right here I have a vanilla strawberry hydrangea, which they get like 8 to 10 feet tall. So eventually it's going to compete. So eventually I will be cutting out that sumac, but for now I'm going to leave it. But it's sending up tons of suckers. So like here, this is a sucker. I'm going to be cutting those out, and this is going to be something that I'm going to have to keep on top of just every year. Probably come in, cut out all the suckers, but I really do like it. I think it adds a lot of structure. It's beautiful. So for now we're going to leave it. Now, to explain all the cardboard, I have been trying out the no dig, no till method, and I've been loving it. Where you lay down cardboard over top your side, you don't have to remove any of the grass, and it suppresses the grass and it kills the grass. And then you just cut a hole around in the cardboard so you can plant, and then you just cover it with mulch, and it's been working really, really well. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to go through, cut back the suckers on the sumac. I might weed whip a little bit. And then what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to start planting. I've done the no dig method so many times. I've tried putting the cardboard down first and then mulching it. Well, that was a pain because then you have to move the mulch, cut out the cardboard, and then plant, and then that was a pain. And I've done others where I've just laid down the cardboard first, cut a hole, and then plant. That's kind of a pain too because you have to be worried about the dirt not getting on the cardboard. So I think I'm going to try planting first and then ripping and tearing the cardboard to fit around the plants. So I think that's what we're going to do. So let's get started. Okay, you guys, I ran into a couple snags. It's pretty much halfway finished. Let me show you some of the snags. Kind of sad. I was really hoping to finish it today, but that's okay. Let me show you. Okay, so you can see where I laid down the cardboard. I left a little edge out because I'm gonna go along with an edger and make like a nice clean edge, and then I'll finish off the mulch right up to the edge. So imagine a nice clean sharp edge with mulch. It'll look beautiful. But right here there's like electrical wire, and it's all just jumbled around the tree and just everywhere. And I started kind of pulling it up. I was like, oh, you know, I'll just pull it up and lay the cardboard and mulch on down, and then I can just leave the wire on top until my husband gets home, and then I can, you know, ask him what to do about it. It goes back in that corner. So this is our tack shed. I was really hoping to make it into like a potting shed, and then we got horses again. So it's now a tack shed. So, there is electrical going to that shed, and you know, the electric's on. So I started pulling up the electrical line, and I saw all this bare wire exposed, and then I freaked out. I was worried of touching it and getting shocked, and all this bad stuff happening, starting a fire. I don't know. I know nothing about electric work, and that might not even be possible to whatever, electrocute me or start a fire or whatever. But I saw bare wire exposed. I don't know if there is currently power going to that line, and I got scared. So I'm like, I'm gonna leave it alone until my husband gets home, and he's working a double shift today, so he won't get home until super late. And then who knows if we'll get to it tomorrow. So I'm calling this the part 1 of this flower bed. Stay tuned for part 2, but let me show you everything that I got accomplished. It's looking a lot better than it was, that's for dang sure. So let me show you. Okay, this is kind of what we're dealing with. Looks so much better. Here I'm having dilemmas. Okay, so there's like this brick border that my husband put in to define the flower bed, which I totally don't mind, but the sod started coming up this slope, and now this is just like sod in here. And I was thinking, oh, I'll just cover it with cardboard as well and lay mulch, and it will look fabulous. But this brick border, if I do that, then the mulch will be like, I don't know, spilling over top. So I was thinking if I dig this sod out and make it lower than this brick border, then put the cardboard over, then the mulch, then that way it won't be like spilling over top of the border. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. So that's why I just left the cardboard like that. I can easily move it so I can start digging. But here I have the vanilla strawberry hydrangea. It's hardy to zone 3 through 8, and it gets about 6 to 7 feet tall and 5 to 6 feet wide. And it starts out this white color, and it ages to that strawberry vanilla. Love it. And then right here, this is a ground cover. It's a type of ajuga. Here's the tag. It's the Burgundy Glow Ajuga. So it gets these little hints of burgundy right there. Now I'm going to kind of be pushing this one. It says part shade, which kind of is part shade. It's shade in the morning and it gets sun in the afternoon, but it gets the hottest part of the sun. So I will be watching it to see how it does. I might have to move it, but we're going to see what happens. So it gets about 6 inches tall and 8 to 14 inches wide. So I think it will really just kind of fill in nicely. And then here is the Miracle on Hudson. And this gets 3 to 5 feet tall and 3 to 5 feet wide. So I think it will really just kind of fill in really nicely. And I planted things in the back that I want to cover up that ugly wood part right there. So I think that will do that nicely. The hydrangea will fill in, cover it nicely, and I planted them, so I'm hoping these two will just touch. And then I have the liatris. So that will get nice and tall. So there might still be holes back there. We'll see what I can cover that up with. Here is, right here I planted an Asiatic Lily, and it gets these beautiful burgundy centers with white tips. So lily looks tiny. Pad eye is the lily. Height 16 to 18 inches and 12 inches wide. Hardy through zones 3 through 9. And then right here, I planted a silver mound. Now, it is near the end of the season, and the only bad thing about these is they kind of get that dead center. So I will be cutting this back. I'm just gonna let it go now since I only have maybe a few weeks left, because I don't wanna cut it back yet. I wanna enjoy it while I can. But with these, you definitely wanna kind of cut them back. I'm trying to find where I put the tag. You definitely want to cut them back, here it is, so that they keep a nice center. So this is silver mound. It's 3 to 8 inches, zone 3 through 8 gets 10 inches high and 12-inch spacing. So beautiful. I love how that just pops up against that dark mulch. And then over here behind the hitching post, I planted a clematis. Now, the tag is different than what it looks like. So this is what it looks like. The flower got a little squished when I was putting mulch down. Let me find the tag in here. Tag says that it's a Niobe clematis. That does not look like a Niobe clematis to me. That looks more like the president, which I did get a president clematis, and they were right next to each other in the store, so I think someone switched the tags on accident. But here was my other dilemma. Let me back up. So I wanted the clematis center with the hitching post, but I know my husband that would have drove him insane. So I centered it on the tack shed instead of the hitching post, and that drives me insane. But I don't know, once it starts to fill in, I think it will look beautiful. And then I plan on putting some bearded irises throughout here as well. Like bearded iris. I think that will look gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. So that is it for my part 1 of putting in this flower bed. Okay, that's okay. That's just how gardening goes sometimes. Like, I was really hoping to finish it all up, button it up, but it just didn't happen with the edging, and I have to remove the sod now behind me and then do something with all that mess over there, all those wires and stuff. So part 1, please stay tuned for part 2. Like I said, I only have maybe a few weeks left until my last frost, so it's a rush trying to get stuff planted. And I have another 2 flower beds that I need to plant. So this bed might wait to get finished until after everything is planted, because right now I'm just focused getting everything planted so they can kind of start to root in a little bit before they completely shut down for winter, because zone 3, it gets cold here. They are thinking that it's going to be even a colder winter than normal. So just for the plants safety, I'm trying to get them in as fast as possible so they have time to root in and just kind of prepare for this freezing cold winter we are about to have. So thank you so much for watching. Not sure when I'll get the part 2 up. Probably we'll have some more planting videos first before I come back to this corner. So stay tuned for that. Please subscribe and follow along. I hope you all have a great day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.